Hello, 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 hello. I hope you're hungry because you are in for a treat today. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dominique and I'm just a vegan trying to turn your plant-based dreams into a delicious reality, one recipe at a time. And if you're returning, welcome. Hey. Thank you so much for checking out my channel. Your support literally means everything to me as I continue to grow this channel. So thank you. Speaking of support, make sure you subscribe to my channel, give this a nice little thumbs up, comment. Interacting with my channel helps tremendously as I continue to grow. So yeah, let's just get that out the way. Now, this recipe I'm clearly so excited about because I cannot stop smiling. I used to be obsessed with calamari. Okay, before going vegan, I was the girl ordering the calamari if they had it on the menu. Grilled, fried, it did not matter, okay? So when going vegan, that was one thing I struggled with. I was like, where is the vegan calamari? So I'm super excited to share this recipe with you. It took me years to develop it. It's actually in my first cookbook, which you can find that in the description. So enough of me talking, let's just get right into this mouth-watering recipe because that's why you're here. We all know that's why y'all are here. Let's go. Let's get into this recipe. So you'll see me showing you these king oyster mushrooms. These are the star of the show today. If you're thinking, I'm clicking off this video, I don't even like mushrooms, do not click off. I promise you, I will turn you into a mushroom lover. These mushrooms are super delicious and perfect for this recipe. You can find these king oyster mushrooms at your local Asian supermarket. You can also find them at Whole Foods, but they are going to run you about $10 a package at Whole Foods. So if you can try to go to your local farmer's market or Asian supermarket, you'll get a better affordable price there. It's very important to clean off any dirt that is on your mushrooms. You don't have to rinse them underwater because mushrooms already hold a lot of moisture. So just gently clean off any dirt or debris, and then you're just going to go ahead and slice them. Now you want about 1 inch thickness, maybe 1.5 inches. It's not that serious. You really can't mess it up. You'll see me just showing you the different types of cuts that I'm doing here. Even if your mushroom kind of falls apart like mine did, we're still going to be able to use it. So do not worry. Every part of this mushroom is going to be used. So you're going to need a few different cap sizes. And I know you're like, wait, what? Yeah, go find a water bottle and take the cap off, or some hot sauce or a sauce that you have in your fridge and take the cap off. Make sure you clean it with soap and water and everything. And we're going to be using that to puncture holes into our mushrooms because we are making calamari inspired like rings, you know, the little rings with the holes in the middle. So you need to go ahead and poke a hole. Now, you can play around with the sizes. With the leftover ones like that, you can make vegan scallops out of that. So let me know if you want a video showing you how to do that as well, because that's super delicious. Personally, for this to be more realistic, I like to do a bunch of different sizes. They don't have to be perfect circles either. You can have some half pieces like that. You can have some smaller holes, some bigger holes. Literally, it's very hard to mess this up, so don't overthink. I always tell y'all, don't overthink in the kitchen. It's all about having fun and learning as you go and adjusting things to your palate and your household and how you like to do things. This is the most important part of my recipe. In order for this not to taste like just regular fried mushrooms, we have to infuse some of that fishy flavor into the mushrooms. How do we do this, you ask? Well, we make our own ocean water. When you really think about the origin of seafood, it comes from the ocean. The ocean is fishy. It has seaweed, it has algae, it has all this stuff. So I'm basically just making that in my kitchen. I start with some Dulse flakes, some Old Bay, some salt, pepper, white pepper, some seaweed. I crush up a whole sheet or two of seaweed, throw that in there along with my mushrooms, and I let them boil for about 20 to 25 minutes. You could do it longer if you would like. You really should not skip this step because this allows the mushroom to soak up all of that sea-like flavor or ocean-like flavor, and it allows the mushrooms to get very meaty and chewy like calamari. A lot of people don't like calamari because it's chewy, but I love it. So you don't want to skip this step. It's very, very important. So you want to let it boil for about 20 to 25 minutes, and then you are going to strain it. You could keep the water if you want to. I don't like to. And I also just like to give it a quick little rinse, not too much, because then you're going to take all the flavor out, just to help remove some of that seaweed that gets a little jelly-like. While the mushrooms are cooling down because they just got off the stove, they're hot, so let's just leave them alone. We're going to work on our wet batter. It's going to be some just eggs, some vegan milk, some Old Bay, paprika, a little bit of thyme, some white pepper. I will put everything in the description. And if you're like, I don't have just egg, don't worry. I will give you an alternative method to a wet batter with ingredients you should already have at home. We're just going to go ahead and whisk that up before placing our mushrooms in. We're going to let it marinate again for another 15 minutes. I quickly want to say, if you cannot find these mushrooms in your area, you can use hearts of palm, which can be found at most grocery stores. You just do not want to boil the hearts of palm. You want to skip that step, and you just can marinate them and season them and then proceed with the process you see here. The dry batter I kept very simple. It's just some all-purpose flour, cornstarch, and seasonings from the description. It's the same seasonings we put in our wet batter. I just added more Dulse flakes just to give it, a fishier taste. Anytime I can infuse some seaweed or a fishier taste, I'm going to do it, okay? If you don't have access to just egg, you are going to use this wet batter here. You're going to take some of that seasoned flour and add some vegan milk to it. You can also use water. And you're just going to whisk that up until you get like a funnel cake consistency. If you're an OG vegan, you know we've been doing this way before just egg and all these other products were out. So if it's too thin, add more flour. If it's too thick, add more vegan milk, and that will serve as your wet batter. While the mushrooms are marinating, I'm gonna give y'all something else to do. Of course, like we always need to be working in the kitchen. We're gonna make a quick Thai chili sauce. So you just need to combine some water, some sugar, some vegan oyster sauce, some vegan fish sauce, along with some red chili flakes. I use some paprika as well. And then you're going to bring that to a simmer. And I like to add garlic, but you don't have to add garlic. I mean, this is a sweet Thai garlic chili sauce, but you can just make it a sweet Thai chili sauce if you don't like garlic. But I added about a tablespoon of that, and I brought it to a simmer. And I did taste it before bringing it to a simmer just to see if I needed to adjust any of the flavors. And so I let it simmer for about 5 to 7 minutes. And then I added some cornstarch in, like a cornstarch slurry, which is just cornstarch and water. And that will help it thicken up. And I let that come back up to a simmer for another 5 minutes. And then I turn the heat off because as this cools, it will thicken. Okay. At first it's like, oh, it looks a little watery. As it cools, it will thicken, I promise. And look at that. Absolutely amazing. Takes less than 10 minutes. Super easy. And it tastes delicious, and it has the perfect sweet spiciness to it. Now it's time to fry the mushrooms, the best part, because we're almost done. You're going to take some oil of your choice, grapeseed oil, canola, veggie, whatever oil you like to use for the oil police, whatever you like to use, okay? And then you're going to take the mushrooms, place them in the dry batter, make sure you get them fully coated, and then you're going to drop them into the oil for them to deep fry. Now, I need a new deep fryer, y'all. I know this one has been with me for like almost 8 years, I think. So still going strong, but I know I need a new deep fryer. But you're going to go ahead and do that in small batches. Let them fry for about 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. And there you have it. Vegan calamari. It is that simple and that delicious. I hope y'all enjoyed this recipe. I really am loving making these recipes for y'all. Once again, make sure you like and subscribe and let me know what you want to see next. I love pairing this with my sweet Thai chili sauce, but you can also do a chipotle mayo, whatever your heart desires. And look at that. Look at that meaty texture. Please give this recipe a try and let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. This is the best appetizer, in my opinion, and probably one of the only things I miss as a vegan. Okay, so let's give it a taste test. Let's go ahead and dunk it in our sweet chili sauce. Y'all hear that crunch? Mmm. Mmm. vegan calamari. It is possible. It's possible, okay? Look at the texture, okay? It's chewy like calamari. Oh. Video's over because I'm just gonna keep eating. So yeah, make this. If you don't make anything else, make this. 10 out of 10. You can find the recipe in my cookbook. Let me show y'all my cookbook real quick. You can find it in my cookbook. This is my cookbook. The link will be in the description. It's absolutely delicious. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.